Welcome back to Math to Find. I'm Mrs. C, and today we're tackling percent problems using one powerful tool, the percent equation. Here's the big idea. The percent times the whole equals the part. We'll write it as P times W equals A. We'll use this equation to solve all kinds of percent problems. Sometimes we'll be looking for the part, other times the percent, and even the whole. Sound good? Let's get started. Let's begin with the most common type of percent problem, when you're given the percent and the whole and you're solving for the part. Let's try one. 20% of 80 is what number? We'll plug the numbers into our percent equation and solve for the missing part. Let's start with 20%. Now, here's a choice. You can write the percent as a fraction or a decimal. For this one, I'll use a fraction to show you how it works. 20% as a fraction is 20 over 100. Now let's bring in of 80. The word of means to multiply, so we'll do 20 over 100 times 80. The question is asking, is what number? So we'll use the variable a, and the word is means equals. Now our equation is 20 over 100 times 80 over 1 equals a. To solve for a, simplify first. Cross out a 0 from both the 100 and the 80, leaving 20 over 10 times 8 equals a. Multiplying it out, 20 times 8 is 160, and 10 times 1 is 10. So we get 160 over 10, which simplifies to 16. So 20% of 80 is 16. Now let's try a smaller percent. 0.8% of 150 is what number? This time we'll write the percent as a decimal instead of a fraction. To convert 0.8% into a decimal, divide by 100 or just move the decimal point 2 places to the left. 0.8% written as a decimal is 0.008. The phrase of 150 tells us to multiply by 150. And is what number means the part is missing again. So we'll use the variable a for the unknown part. Our setup is 0.008 times 150 equals a. Now let's multiply these two numbers to get 1.2. So 0.8% of 150 is 1.2. Tiny percent, tiny answer. It checks out. This time we're given the percent and the part, but not the whole. 35% of what number is 35? Let's diagram this. 35% written as a decimal is 0.35. The phrase of what number means the whole is missing, so we'll use W. And is 35 tells us the part is equal to 35. That gives us 0.35 times W equals 35. To solve for W, divide both sides by 0.35, resulting in W equals 100. So 35% of 100 is 35. Pretty easy. Let's try another one. 0.5% of what number is 12? We'll start by writing 0.5% as a decimal, 0.005. We're solving for the whole, so the equation is 0.005 times W equals 12. Now divide both sides by 0.005, and we get W equals 2,400. So 0.5% of 2,400 is 12. Okay, time to solve for the percent. 29 is what percent of 20? 29 is the part, and the whole is 20. We'll set up the equation as P times 20 equals 29. Now divide both sides by 20 to get P equals 1.45. Then multiply by 100 to turn it into the percent, 145%. So 29 is 145% of 20. This makes sense because the part, 29, is greater than the whole of 20. Let's do another percent problem. What percent of 60 is 45? We're solving for the percent again, so we'll set up the equation as p times 60 equals 45. Divide both sides by 60 to get p equals 0.75. Now convert it to a percent, and we get 75%. So 75% of 60 is 45. But what if the percent isn't a nice, neat number? Let's try one with a repeating decimal. What percent of 66 is 22? We'll set up the equation as p times 66 equals 22. Divide both sides by 66 to get p equals 0.333 repeating. Multiply by 100 to convert it to a percent to get 33.3 repeating percent. But we don't usually see percents with repeating decimals, so we'll need to round our final answer to the nearest tenth to get 33.3%. So when you have a repeating decimal, just make sure to round your final answer. Now that you've seen how to solve all three types of percent problems, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Every problem follows the same pattern. The percent times the whole equals the part. Use the language in the question to guide where each number goes. Of means multiplied by the whole, is means equals the part. It's all about turning the words into math. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and keep math awesome.